Hey team, it's Coach Erin. Welcome to day 5 of your training academy. Today we're going to talk about what to do when you feel overwhelmed in this business or how to run this business on a short amount of time. So today is all about cutting the fluff. We're going to cut out all the things that are not necessary to run an effective business, and we're going to make sure we're maximizing our time by being efficient and focusing only on those things that are going to build our business. So business building activities instead of business related activities. When you are maximizing your time, it's important to set up what we call a power hour. This is an hour every day that you set aside for your Beachbody business, and you focus on those activities that are going to maximize your immediate results in your business. So I always start my power hour with the 3 vital behaviors because obviously they're the 3 vital things in your business. So I'm going to start with my invitations. Invite, 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 right? That means I'm going to be inviting new people to challenge groups. I'm going to be following up with previous invites. I'm going to be starting brand new invitations, brand new conversations, and adding people to my social networking community. On top of that, I lump the rest of my social networking activities into this category because if you're posting a general post on your Facebook wall, that's going to be a general invite to everybody else that follows you on Facebook. So posting on my wall 3 to 5 times a day, and also checking in with my challenge groups, checking on my challengers, seeing how they're doing, and posting in my challenge group. Now keep in mind too that when you're building relationships with those challengers, that gives you potential future coaches to invite. So that's really part of my power hour. The next vital behavior, which is be proof that the products work, I don't necessarily include that in my power hour because those are things I'm going to do whether I'm a coach or not, right? They're important to me. Now they're critical for my business. I have to be a product of the products, but I'm going to do that anyway. So that's separate than my power hour. The final vital behavior is personal development, and this is a must-have in your power hour. You definitely want to spend time there. The reason for that is because it's going to get your mindset in the right place for everything else. Plus, it's a vital behavior for a reason, right? Okay, so those are the first 3 things I'm going to do. The next thing I'm going to do is to check my online office every day. I'm going to check in and see if I have any new customers or coaches that have come through. I'm going to check on my coaches and see if they have any new customers or coaches. And I'm going to check the breaking news to make sure I'm up to date on everything. The next thing I'm going to do in my power hour is to track my progress. So on the welcome video, I did a quick introduction to a tracking system. Every day during my power hour, I'm going to update that with who I've talked to, who I've reached out to, new connections, follow-ups, all of that good stuff. Because if you get behind on that, it gets harder to plug in later and it's a lot more time consuming. Plus, if you keep consistently updating it, it makes your power hours more effective because you're always up to date on who you need to talk to and who your follow-ups are going to be each day. If you need more help setting up that tracking system, talk to your upline sponsor or watch that other video. Now, the power of 3s, again, something we've talked about in the other training video. That resource is going to be in your training academy, and you're going to want to check that out because that's going to make your invites during your power hour really efficient because you're going to make this list of who you're going to invite and your follow-ups before the start of the week, kind of like a meal plan. That way, when you sit down to do your power hour, you're not wasting time deciding on what to do. You're just hammering it out. So if you accomplish all of those within your power hour and you still have time left, that's when you do the fluffy activities. That's when you edit photos or you create fun videos, you do collages, or you stalk the other Beachbody coaches. Just kidding. That's when you connect with the other Beachbody coaches. Those are bonus activities. They're not vital to creating a successful business, but they're things that we like to do a lot of times as coaches. So that's how I structure my power hour to set myself up to use my time efficiently. Some other tips, if you're starting to feel overwhelmed, in addition to structuring your power hour that way, are to create boundaries in your business. This is critical. You've got to set business hours and you've got to stick with them. That means when you're running your business and you're in your power hour, you're eliminating distractions. So you're pushing the dog out of the room, you're turning off your phone, you're disabling your notifications. Yes, you heard me. Disable those notifications on Facebook and stop scrolling your newsfeed. Such a time waster. If you can have someone watch the kids or cook dinner that night for you to help you focus just on your business, then that's ideal. And that it helps to talk to your family about that business hour and how it's important to you and why it's important. The other side of this is that if you're not in a business hour, you're not doing business activities. If you're with your family, you're with your family. Put your phone away, put your tablet away, put Facebook away, right? So you've got to respect your business hours, but you also have to respect your non-business hours. Communicate that with your loved ones and help find a balance that's going to be good for both. Another really important thing to do if you're starting to feel overwhelmed or you're not sure to where to get started is to focus on your why. This is talked about in every training probably because it's so important to what we're doing. But if you start to get stressed or negative, you've got to come back to the reason why you're doing this in the first place. And you've got to think about why it's worth digging deep on those difficult days to push through and keep doing your power hours and your personal development and your own workouts. The next tip, especially for newcomers, stop worrying about being perfect. Every post is not going to be perfect. Every invite, every workout, every picture, it's just not. And the more time you waste by waiting for it to be perfect or redoing it over and over, you're just wasting, and those are people you're missing out on being able to help them change their lives. So just go for it. Do your best. You're going to learn along the way and you can correct your mistakes, but you've got to start somewhere. And honestly, what's the worst that happens if you make a mistake? Probably nothing too catastrophic. So just go for it. If you notice that you can't get outside of your head and you are worried about being perfect, or you're feeling too stressed or overwhelmed, you can't find the motivation, if your mind is in that place, go to your personal development. You've got to work on your belief system because you're not going to be able to break through those negative emotions unless you refocus and create positive thoughts and positive behaviors and positive emotions, right? So that means that you've got to think about how these products have changed your life. Why do you believe in these products? You've got to genuinely believe that they work and they're going to change lives. You've got to believe also that this coaching opportunity can work for anybody that does the 3 vital behaviors. This coaching opportunity is open for everybody. And you've got to believe that you can do this, that you're going to do this, that you're going to achieve your why. If your mindset doesn't correlate with what I just said, get into your personal development and reset your mindset. A few other final things to try if you're feeling overwhelmed. Mix it up. Mix up your situation. Get up, go to a different room, sit in a different chair, go outside, go to the coffee shop. Take a break. If you work in one place all the time and you're hitting burnout or you just are feeling overwhelmed, if you stay in that same place and try to focus or like force yourself to focus and do it and you're not ready or you're too overwhelmed, it's not going to be productive. So take a break or try somewhere else because you've got to mix it up. You don't want negative emotions to start like being associated with that desk that you work from or that seat on the couch, right? Where you just like dread it because you know you have to go work. If you're dreading this in any way, or like you're feeling overwhelmed and you don't want to do it, mindset shift, so important. The next thing you can do is to delegate tasks. If you have a team, delegate away. Empower your teammates, your coaches, to take things on that they're ready for. This is good for you because it takes things off your plate, but it's good for them because it empowers them and gives them opportunities to step up their leadership game and to learn things. And if you don't have a team below you, ask for help. Ask another person on your team if they can help or if they have ideas, or ask your upline sponsor if they can help. If you're feeling overwhelmed, Don't be afraid to reach out. We have all been there. The final tip I have is start with the tasks that you dread the most. If you hate inviting, start with inviting. Get it out of the way instead of procrastinating. Because if you knock that big task out of the way, that's going to help decrease your stress, and it's going to help you focus on the other tasks afterwards so you can hammer through it. Now, if your mindset is not there, like I've talked about a ton, then you've got to go back and do your personal development before that dreaded task, because your invites aren't going to be very good if your mind's not in the right place. So hopefully this helps you keep in mind some things you can do now and later if you're starting to feel overwhelmed with the business, and also how to run your business on a short amount of time. This can be done with as much or as little time as you have, but the trick to that is to cut out the fluff and focus on the most important activities for building your business. I hope this helps, and good luck in the rest of your training.